obviously, looking at these guys' PBs, they are pretty much exactly tied within frames of each other. So this is going to be so exciting.
So yeah, just a reminder for those of you joining us or that you haven't seen any of the other matches. So this match is a best of 5, which means that we're gonna see at least 3 races from these runners. It means that the one that is win at least 3 races. So we are hoping for that 5 matcher. Do you believe that's gonna happen, Ben?
So an interesting thing about Louis' record is up to this point, Louis hasn't lost a single race. And obviously he hasn't lost a single match, but not a single race either. He's been 2-0, 2-0, 3-0, and maybe another 3-0. Although I think it was just 3 matches. But I know that he hasn't lost a single race, which is just an incredible record.
That's just insanely impressive.
Yeah. Like, how is that even possible? Yeah, not too much to say about YI2. Very simple level. Most of World 1 should be simple enough. Will be interesting if they go for shell jumps in YI4. Pretty confident that Louis will. Retrobob may pass up on it, as he has previously. So both making their way through Y3, both taking advantage of those moving brown platforms just to gain that tiniest little bit of time. Mr. Stiverson, you played against Retrobob, if that's what you mean. Okay, so are we going to be looking at shell jumps in Y4? Again, as I mentioned earlier, we had talked to Bob in previous matches about him passing up on it. Definitely. Ooh. Both had a very, very similar outcome.
Yeah, decent attempt from both of them, but just didn't quite get the timing right.
Yeah, it was very close.
And yeah, it's important at this point in the tournament to know that any single mistake and any little time save is gonna add up when you're like with the quality of both of the runners.
But yeah, a lot of these races, most of these races, all of them may come down to 1 or 2 seconds. The standard of play that we have seen at this point of the tournament has been incredible. Expected somewhat, but just so consistent. It's been really, really impressive.
Yeah, both of them with a decently safe Iggy Room 1, Iggy's Castle Room 1.
Nice Iggy kill from both of them. It looks like Louis has gained just a fraction of a second on Bob in World 1. Probably just from
things
mashing.
like flight speed, DS1, for certain, Star World 1 is always such a big thing in these races. But yeah, it's hard to know how this is going to go yet. Insanely close. But yeah, just thinking about this category, I believe both of them have held world record in 11 exit categories. I know Bob has for certain, and I believe Louis... Wait, has Louis had the world record for no major glitches?
Louis has the world record for no major glitches.
Yeah, actually...
Right now.
Yeah, I was getting confused because I knew he had it, but then I was like, when was it? Because it wasn't going into the tournament, but yeah, he got it after the tournament. So yeah, that's just a reference.
He got that on the 8th of May. Whereas Retrobob, former world record holder, he has a 1040.907, and that time has stood for I don't even know how long. I'm pretty sure he had It's gotta be a...
Could have been like 2 years at least, right?
Oh, never mind. That time was on the 2nd of May. I'm thinking of his old world record.
Oh. Yeah,
I'm
like
not even
one
sure
before
what
that,
was
because
now.
I believe he has BB'd once since.
Yeah, I think it was a very low 1041, but that was the world record in glitchless for quite some time.
Oh, and Louis losing the shell right at the end, and Bob keeping it. So,
Just-
yeah, Bob making up a bit of time there.
So
Very
yeah,
nice.
Louis in DP1 had a better flight speed, ended up with the 262. And then now losing the shell, so Bob is gonna save that time that he lost to Louis a little bit in DP1.
Although it looks like Louis just Bob's doing quite an old DSH strat. Which is it's quite safe, but it does lose a bit of time against Louis strat in races like this. So Louis already gained that time back.
Yeah, just as you say, just inching out there slightly. Yeah, well, this is a very familiar situation that we're getting into here. Pretty much tied going into Star World 1. So these zips are going to be huge. Again, it always feels like that's the case in 11x categories.
Zips are always
So
a big
best of
deal.
luck to both of them. I give them all my Super M37 smash over.
Yeah, remember if you have a Super M37 Smashola, it's guaranteed first try zips.
Ooh, Bob
Terms
going
and
for the
conditions
left
may
zips.
apply.
Yeah, that's interesting. That is interesting. I mean, he must feel that he gets them more consistently, otherwise he wouldn't be going for, well, a percentage play.
Well, the left zips
I
are
guess.
the left zips are more consistent. They're much easier to get. But in a race against Louis, it did lose him some time. Louis had a bit of trouble grabbing the key, which gave some of that time back to Bob. But even then, Louis still came out ahead after that stage.
Yeah, as you say, I mean, even trading off half a second against someone like Louis is very risky, and normally if you could just warp it half a second in Star World 1, you'd be happy with that in a race, but with Louis, it could be very important.
Nice item fly from the both of them.
Yeah, that was nice. That's another small optimization that a lot of people can overlook. But again, at this level, very, very important. It's also quite easy to mess that up as well. Sten, what are these flight speeds looking like?
I can't tell. I'm looking at 30 FPS game feeds.
Both ended up with a 272 though, so
Yeah, so
both
that's
of them
50 or
around-
51,
72.
I think.
Yeah.
Can't complain about a 72.
Into Balthur's castle, both of them had fire flowers, which means that we might see damage boost to even 5.
But
Oh,
door 5.
definitely. I think Bob may have saved a little bit of time back on that door.
Yeah, actually it looks like it just got a bit closer there.
Ooh, Louis missing that door, which has put Bob in the lead.
Final boss. And that
Final
door
boss.
before as well. Aaron lost one match because of that door, which is very... Actually, maybe someone else did as well. And, like, that's the thing. These matches are coming down to frames. It's too crazy.
Yeah, this, at this stage, it looks like this could go to Bob, but it is very close, as you can see. An insta-hit could turn this around, or a lack of an insta-hit.
Right, people, start counting the frames here.
Yeah.
Doors are
These fast
cancelled.
hits could be make or break as well if Bob misses any. But
Yeah, so far, perfect from both runners.
yeah, both are looking very strong, as expected. Very, very easy for nerves to get the better of you. We've seen a lot of missed hits in these fights. Definitely higher than what would be expected, but it's very, very easy for absolutely guarantee that nerfs will be at play here as well. These guys are human, believe it or not.
I think that's up for debate. Oh, very nice ball skip hits from both runners.
Yeah, that looked very optimal from Bob. I mean, looked very good from Lou as well, but
It actually looks like I think Bob might have gained a bit of time on Louis in this fight.
yeah, Bob's
I'm not
ball
certain.
skip looked really good.
Yeah, the textbook.
Bob has actually mentioned in previous races that he's tried to cut that very close, knowing just how tight it is.
Yeah, at this rate, looks like we'll be seeing the win from Bob. Yeah, that's last hit.
And what are these times as well? These times are insane. Wow. Wow. Holy crap.
Wow.
I just realized, like, those runs were so good.
Yeah, they were both selling at negative 2.2, so that's... Yeah, that's a 1043 and a 1044 RTA timing.
I mean,
which is...
if you need any more evidence that tonight is going to be such a clincher, it's going to be
epic.
so close.
And Louis missed the door. Louis lost a ton of time to a door.
We've seen it happen before. It's just so disappointing, but my God.
Like, both of them had, you know, slip-ups at various points in their run, and they still both beat my PB.
It's just incredible. The standard that we have seen in this tournament, and then at this point, it makes you feel very small in a way as well. Just seeing these guys at work. Yeah, that was very impressive. I'm gonna grab a drink though. I'm gonna be back in like 2 or 3 minutes. I'm blown away though. Keep up the good work, guys.
We should. I'm pretty sure these guys want to get going soon, so...
Well, it looks like they actually might want to retime. We'll see.
You think Louis won?
Oh.
Okay. I was confused there because, yeah, okay. I think we should retime it, just be careful, but we could probably do that while race 2's underway. I think we feel pretty comfortable, but at this point, we probably should be sure.
Louis, no, what happened? Oh wait, he went not live. Right, I understand what happened there. Okay, I'm just gonna move to this screen and then get everything fixed. Because Louis broke everything.
So, folks, let me just remind you of the standings of the tournament. So, obviously, this is the winners' finals. The loser of this will then go on to the losers' finals, essentially the qualifier to the grand final. One of the players already there is Aaron, so the loser of this will be going on to face Aaron, Area 51. The winner of that will then go into the grand finals, and if they manage, if the qualifier to that manages to win the first grand final match, then they will go on again. But if the winner of the winners finals just wins that next match, then they're the overall champion. Umar has the challenge link there. We have this match, then another one, then a possible 2 match. But this being the winner bracket, it sort of is in a way like the real final. It's sort of weird. It's hard to explain. Yeah, Umar, I'm not sure. I think the bot might be asleep. Yeah, Steve. Essentially, that's the case because the winner of this would still have their life, essentially. If the winner of this loses, then they essentially go to the losers bracket, then back to the grand finals automatically, sort of thing. If you were to try and picture it, I guess. Yeah. Sometimes people are like, wait, what? But they won, why do they have to win twice? Or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty easy to understand. So folks, if Bob is officially the winner of that first race, that will actually be the first race that Louis has lost this entire tournament.
Yeah, it's insane that it's taken this long, because like just a minor slip-up can lose a race for you.
I mean, I was hoping to maybe get 1 point in Louis, but I wasn't able to make that happen. It's good.
Okay, it looks like Louis may have sorted out his stream issues, so should be back up and running in a moment. Okay.
Oh yeah, I suppose Bob, in a sense, still does have an 11 exit world record. He has world record for orb 11 exit.
Oh yeah, that is a category that exists.
10:26 was men boost time, I believe. Retrobob finally beat. When I say finally, we're talking years ago now, I think. But wow, that record took for a while.
Okay, so right now we have Dots retiming this match. I've given the tentative star to Bob, but that will be subject to change should the retime suggest otherwise. Okay, hold on, gotta get music. There. This will make the blank screens a bit more interesting.
Are we retiming? Or are we waiting?
I believe Dots is working on that retime, but I'm happy enough to start the next race.
Okay, perfect.
Just waiting for the races to get set up, really. Alright, looks like we are just about ready to go.
It seems like our runners are getting ready to start the second match.
Yep, looks like they're just sorting out whether they're waiting for the retime or not. Louis says he doesn't mind. We've yet to hear from Bob.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice to know for certain going into the next match that that isn't playing on your mind. Or you can just continue either way. Come on. Yeah, so as you can probably tell, for Bob to get a 10:43 in the last race, it's incredibly close to his PB, especially with him not going for certain strats as well.
Yeah, he definitely ate a chunk of time in that Ghost House, even against Louis, but against like fast Ghost House strats. That's ridiculous. Okay, we have the official results from Dots. Bob with a 10:41.9 and Louis with a 10:42.4 SRL timing.
Thank you very much for the retime, Dots, and congrats to Retrobob on bringing this 1-0.
Yep, it looks like our tentative star was awarded correctly.
Good job, and wow, for that to come down to half a second, absolutely incredible.
Yeah, very close race.
I was talking, I just realized I was muted.
Oh no.
I was
Welcome
saying
back.
0.5, that's insane.
Yeah, we've that very close, especially for a race of that caliber. Is that the right word?
Yeah, that's probably the lowest time average, if you know what I mean. Like if you average both of their times, it's probably the best.
Hmm.
I don't think we've had a race that's been closer and better. But yeah, with that, it looks like we're going to be underway very, very, sorry, excuse me, very quickly here.
Chad is lolling at me. Hi guys.
Can you blame them?
Steven.
No, I think we've all
And it
done that at
looks
some
like we're
point.
ready to. Oh my word.
Why you do this, Chad? And it seems that we're off.
Man, looks like I'll have to get this resynced.
Well, folks, welcome back to race 2 of this best of 5 between Retrobob and Louis. The winners finals. This is very, very close. Last race was within half a second. Yeah, it was just a very, very good race.
Yeah, and that was the first race Louis has lost this tournament, which is kind of crazy.
Yep, if there's anyone that's going to break that run, it's going to be Bob.
I mean, both runners have had a really, really, really clean run. I think it's just gonna come down to that door and some minor mistakes here and there, but it was almost as good as it can get.
Yeah, definitely some minor mistakes on both sides, but this is one of those races where you can play extremely well and the minor mistakes just kill it for you by half a second.
And I reckon this time we're a favourite to see at least one shell jump. I have a feeling that at least one of them are going to get it. Both were very close last time. And as expected, Louis has had a very high consistency of shell jumps in this tournament. By which I mean around about a third, probably. I've seen a couple.
Ooh. Good attempt from both, but just not quite there. Quite similar to the last race.
Okay, going into room 1 of Iggy's. Every frame is going to be very important. Let's see how they handle this. Okay, Bob maybe on the fence just a bit longer than Louis.
Yeah, Louis definitely gained a bit of time in that room. We saw a couple of slide kills from both runners last round, so I reckon we'll see the same again. Yeah, nicely done by both. Oh yeah, 47 coins on Louis' side. That's a distinct advantage to him.
$47.
47.
Big jab.
Being really slow this evening. pretty much every time coming out of that fight I would have 30 coins. Okay, what sort of flight speeds have we got here? I'm finding it quite hard to tell the speed that I'm watching is quite choppy, though it looks like Louis might actually have gained some time in this level.
Yeah, 62 from Louis,
Yeah.
For
61 from Bob.
Same DP1 as last run. Louis with the slight advantage.
But we're back in DS1, so this can always turn the run around. Last time we saw Louis lose the shell and Bob keep it, resulting in Bob taking the lead, and the same could happen here.
Yep, keeping the shell to the end of DS1 is very tough. Very hard to get that consistent as well.
Both runners managing it this time, though. Louis,
Very nice.
Louis saving a little bit, getting the 58 rather than the 57.
Yeah, that was exceptionally clean from Louis. That regrab was very nice. Okay, so will we be...
Yeah, looks like Bob may have... Bob again losing a bit of time against Louis in the Ghost House Room 1.
No major problems in Donut Secret House, thankfully.
Nothing big, but you don't need anything big to win a race like this. It's just a bunch of little things that add up.
I like how Louis talks to himself in the chat.
Well, as always, needless to say, Starworld 1 is going to be a very, very big level. Wishing both the best of luck.
Well, if they both get zips. Bob again going for the left zips. Louis having a bit of trouble with that
Louis
first
just
zip.
missing it there. Oh my.
Only 1 game
Oh
seconds difference, but I reckon there was a high 90 versus a low 89. And that's put Bob ever so
Yeah.
slightly in the lead.
And so far it seems like that left side play has worked. Has played off sort of well, I guess.
Well, he hasn't missed that first zip, and it can be tricky getting that right side zip. You sort of need to jump at the right time, and the zip is a bit more precise, whereas the left, you can just sort of go for it, and you'll probably get it.
Yeah.
No issues.
Well, I
with
definitely think it's
solid.
close enough at the minute where it's pretty much still up in the air.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's been a very, very nice comeback for Bob.
I think Louis...
Both of them with a really clean Starworld 3.
Yeah, Louis
that's
actually
actually
clawed
cute
back a bit of time there. It's extremely close.
Flight speed going to be very important here as well. There isn't going to be the slightest bit of luck involved, but... well, I don't know.
I think Louis has saved a bit of time?
Sort of.
Oh, maybe,
Well, maybe
not.
not.
No, okay,
Yeah.
Louis' speed was slower than I thought.
Oh, Louis with a 71?
Yeah.
Wow. Getting a 272 quite lenient there. Even if you have a slow flight speed, you can still get it quite easily. So that's unfortunate.
And once again, it's all down the front door, really. This could easily go either
Yeah.
way.
So often we've seen
Oh, Louis with
Oh.
missed door
Oh,
as
God.
well.
doors again. And it definitely would be very easy to get bogged down in a mistake like that, especially after last time. So Louis will need to hope that Bob gives him some sort of opportunity here.
Ooh, sliding a bit at the end of
Ooh.
that. It's
Oh,
neck and
my
neck
word.
entering the Bowser fight.
Oh my
wow.
word! Oh my word! This couldn't be any closer.
I think Bob may
This
be.
couldn't be any closer.
I think Bob may be frames ahead, but who knows?
Oh my word! Look at this. This is some super sync. I have no idea.
Retiming is our best friend.
Yeah, I think we're.
Fast hits are gonna be everything here.
Yeah,
Oh
a missed
my.
insta hit is gonna kill the run for either of them. Actually,
Yes,
yeah, the
TM says ball skip is gonna be very important.
and we saw Bob have a very, very nice ball skip last run.
Yeah, Bob has talked about ball skip quite a bit in the past. He is very, very good at getting it optimal.
Mm.
My word, that dark room was unfortunate. What are these ball skips gonna look like?
Oh, that
Yeah,
that was
Bob
either
did get
either
there for sure.
perfect or too early from Bob, but thankfully.
Oh, Lee is typing in chat. That's never a good sign. What is he typing in chat? I got worried that he missed a hit there, but probably
No,
okay.
It's probably a late reaction to the door. Might be.
Possibly.
Yeah, if the restream's anything to go by, it looks like Bob has just barely got this one, but I think a retie would be
Well, it's
personal.
not over yet.
Well, now it is.
Can I lose time to something that
Yeah,
actually makes sense for me?
Dots,
Come
Dots,
on.
we need you.
We need
Dots.
you.
Yeah, I think we
Once
need another
again.
retime.
I'm less certain about that one, I'll be honest.
Yeah, Liam, this is
gonna
a
be,
best of
that's gonna
5.
come down to like 0.2, 0.3.
Yeah, that I think was closer than the last one, but I
Oh
think
yeah, for sure.
a retime would definitely be preferable.
Yep.
I think that's necessary because I don't know how accurate accurately I sync the restream.
Yeah, this is insanely close. And I mean, going into this, it's the obvious thing to say, oh yeah, these matches are going to be close. Well, we're probably looking at a difference of like 0.6 seconds in 2 races, never mind 1. So yeah, that's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and still both very nice runs from Louis and Bob.
Final boss.
Yep, that
Cursed
final boss.
Cursed image.
So yeah, Dots again is on the ball here. He's getting a retime scheduled. We should have that result very soon, and we're probably, I'm going to guess we're probably going to wait for this result, because it's sort of more up in the air. Last time we were pretty confident, but we're just verifying. But this time, actually did look like Louis maybe, I don't know, closer in phase 3 than it was after ball skip. But I don't know.
Yeah, I really don't know how well the runners were synced, which makes it impossible to tell.
So obviously, congrats to both. We've seen a 10:43 versus 10:44, then a 10:44 versus probably another 10:44. It's just incredible. It really, really is.
Yeah, it's very, very impressive play from both runners.
And Louis' run, very impressive as well. He got this with a missed zip as well.
Yeah, he missed the first zip. He struggled with the door in door 2. And then on the other hand, Bob had his own darkroom issues.
Yeah, that version of Darkroom is very risky. Possibly if he had known ahead of time that he was about a second ahead, he probably would have approached that a bit safer, but it's just he knows what sort of standard Louis is going to be pulling off. He needs every frame he can get. What is my favorite Japanese name for an anime? I should know off the top of my head. There's one really funny one that I like. Is this?
Fugumanen, that's my favorite one.
Fugumanen's pretty good.
Gotta love Fugumanen. I think that's what I said in my AGDQ interview. I can't remember, it was like 6 months ago.
Oh yes, I quite like Atomic Telesa.
Oh yes, that's a good one. And of course Bui Bui. Who doesn't love Bui Bui?
Bui Bui.
Yes, it's usually a very safe choice. I would typically call it by that name as well. There's one that's a really sort of just weird sort of English translation that I quite like, but I think it's earlier on in the credits. My favorite English name being unnamed black starfish.
Hello, unnamed black starfish.
Oh my word.
Wow, 0.4 apart with Bob with the 1042.7.
I'm surprised it was that far apart, honestly.
And Louis with the 1043.1. That is just insanely close.
0.4 now. Jesus.
Well, congrats again to Bob. That makes it 2-0. So Louis has got to pull something pretty special out of the bag, but again, it wouldn't surprise me whatsoever.
It's Louis, he's very capable of it.
And what? Louis is 0.9 seconds away from this being 2-0 in his favour. There's been so little in this. So, yeah, Louis got to dig deep. He's got to find something special, but I reckon we're in for a treat here. I think this could go on for a bit longer yet. But yeah, 2 wins for Bob out of 2. That's pretty good start.
Yeah, especially these are the first 2 races that anyone has taken against Louis in the entire tournament.
Yep. If Bob had any jitters going into this, he's probably a bit more relaxed now. It's going to be interesting to hear from him as well, hear about his mentality. Just how he felt after that dark room, because I'm sure he had a look over at the stream and just saw how close it was. But yeah, we're going to know very soon. Alright folks, we will be getting that next race underway pretty soon. Both just need to get readied up, get comfy. Absolutely no rush whatsoever. Better for both people to feel that they've got everything ready. Because those moments before a race, they can be quite stressful. You need to get relaxed, get in the zone. Yeah, that sounds about right. Community, or maybe Dots' last race against Graham's Cat. I think that might have been one of the closest as well. If Dots is still in chat, he'll be able to tell you. He will definitely remember what that was. Yo, Jackson. Welcome. So if you're just tuning in, Jackson, that first race was half a second apart, and then that second race was 0.4 seconds apart. Looking at a 10:43 and a 10:44 and a 10:42. Or wait, that's
These
really
are
good
SRL
time. Good times.
It's so crazy to think that even though Bob is 2-0, I feel like it's still anyone's game.
Oh yeah, Louis could definitely come back, but Bob does only need one more win to get this.
Oh yeah, of course, that safety net, but the quality of these players is just... I can't even.
And as I mentioned earlier, Louis defied the odds in our last tournament, where he had to come back and win 2 matches in a row against Seathorn. I mean, if you know anything about Seathorn, he's going to make it tough, and somehow he did it. So I wouldn't be massively shocked if we saw 2 or 3 matches or 2 or 3 races out of Louis here.
Whoa, this guy is angry. Did you hear that?
Heard something.
That's thunder, yeah.
Oh, really? Wow. I thought you maybe just brushed your mic, but wow, that's...
No, that's thunder.
loud.
No, that's thunder. It's been thunderstorming here for every day, actually.
Well, in terms of points, Jackson, that is certainly the case. But we're talking about 2 points being decided by 0.9 seconds, which is an incredibly sick thing to come to terms with if you're Louis right now.
Yeah, 0.9 seconds total between both of those points,
Yeah.
that is.
Also, big shout outs to that 69 viewers because I'm 12 years old.
Seems like our runners are getting ready.
Alright, looks like we are starting.
Good luck to both runners.
Probably B squared. Dots has been documenting some stuff. I was hoping to maybe compile a couple of interesting things.
And here we go.
Yes, good luck to both runners going into race 3. Again, Louis gotta stay focused here and not let those 2 wins get to him. But I think Louis is a strong enough person to be able to just something special happen here.
Oh yeah, I can definitely see Louis coming back from this.
Well, B squared, if you want to go back and count all the discos, I will happily publish it. Oh, wow, that would be a tough one.
Yeah, of course. Ooh, 61 coming out from Bob.
Yo,
So,
poggers.
So I think Bob wins this one. GG. Bob's got the entire tournament.
Hopefully we'll get to see that complimentary shell jump in YI4 as well.
Yeah, it is worth noting that 61 technically loses time to lag. Unless you get a shell jump. just due to the score manipulation. Ooh. Another couple of missed shell jumps. That is 0 for 6 in this set.
So yeah, I was just having a look back there. Whenever we opened the tournament, we did 2 races to kick off the tournament. One race had 21 entrants, the other race had 30. Bob won one of them, and Louis won the other. So that's just another interesting thing to point out. Again, just another piece of evidence to show their consistency.
So it looks like, once again, Louis has saved a bit of time over Bob in Iggy Room 1. Definitely
Yeah,
seems...
Louis looked clean in Iggy.
Yeah. Definitely seeing some recurring themes throughout these races. Louis saving a bit of time in Castle 1. Bob losing a bit of time to flight speed in DP1. Bob losing a bit of time at the start of the ghost house. And then Louis making some sort of a mistake in front door. So hopefully we won't see some of these again.
Louis slightly ahead.
Yeah, just that time save from room 1.
I feel like they have the same flight speed.
It doesn't look the same to me. Yeah, actually, Bob having the faster DP1 this time.
I think it's the first time today that he's had the
Yeah,
lead here.
I think it's the first time he's had a 62 today. This could so easily turn around in DS1. Even just the shell grab in dry room.
Eyes peeled for who can hold onto the shell. Hopefully both can take it to the end, but again, exceptionally tough, especially with those frame rules. But a keen eye will be able to know if it's good, and both looking very good there.
Very
Wow,
nicely
very
done
nice.
by
Yeah.
both. Bob, I think, clawing a little bit of time.
I think so. Yeah, it looked a bit
But
better,
if our
but double.
if our past runs are anything to go by, I think Louis is gonna have the faster room 1 at the ghost house. And yeah, Louis, it's now pretty much tied out of that.
Yeah, I
think that
feel
was a
like
bit
they're
better
super
from Bob.
synced.
And I think, yeah, Louis is now ever so slightly ahead.
Yeah, getting a 370 in that door.
Yeah, 70. With Louis' strat, 70 is actually pretty easy to get.
Well, it's the big level coming up.
Yep, this could this could easily turn around at Star World 1. I reckon we'll be seeing left zips again from Bob. Louis getting the right zip. Gaining him a decent chunk of time.
Nice key grab from Bob.
Yeah, we did see a 91 from Louis and a 90 from Bob, which I think was mostly due to that left zip. Bob just losing a bit of time from the safer strat.
So Bob has been 3 for 3 with those last side zips. So you could definitely argue overall that it's been a good play. I think that would probably be a good summary of it.
Well, it can be argued that zips are what won him that last match, or the last race.
For sure.
Although I think you can say that about just about anything when the difference is 0.4 of a second. Ooh. Louis actually having a bit of trouble with Star World 3 of all levels. Not quite getting that item fly. And once again the lead's back to Bob. This is really back and forth.
Louis will be very eager to get a 272 this time around. Getting a 271 is very unfortunate at this level.
Yeah, 72 from both runners.
Yeah, both with really good flight speed.
Yeah, just slightly TLD.
Yeah, we have Bob with, I'd say, less than a second's lead. Going in the front door.
Yeah, it's still very much within the range of front door doing things. Chin to lead.
Louis manages to get the door.
That's
at the end of
good.
door 2.
It always scares me to see like they're gonna get crushed and die. Makes me anxious.
Bob normal flying Darkroom and gets it this time. So once again Bob's slightly ahead entering Bowser. This is down to Cape Kill, but Bob could take this 3-0 at this point. So far, perfect Cape Kill coming out from both of them.
No problems at all with that ball skip.
Yeah, it looked like Bob actually a little bit later on that ball skip than he has been in previous runs. But I don't think that's going to matter. He's got all insta hits. He just needs to get these last 2 hits, and I think he's won it.
Yeah, I do feel it got a bit closer there, but this match is totally in Bob's court. He's 2 hits away from winning this, in my opinion. Wow, it's insanely close, but
Yeah, we definitely could retime this, but I think it's gonna go to Bob.
yeah, that is one hell of a match. I mean, there's nothing I could say to justify how, like, what are these times? I can't wrap my mind around these times.
Yeah, this is
It's just incredible.
Very, very well played by both of them, but just ever so slightly better in every run by Bob.
Yeah. taking advantages of those tiny mistakes by Louis.
1044, 1044, 1043, 1043, 1042. Like, just how?
Just how?
Yeah, that's absolutely
That's a summary
ridiculous.
of this match. Yeah.
These have easily been the best times overall for any match.
Yeah,
Especially, wow, it's just so impressive.
nothing slower than a 1045.
But whenever we get the retime of this, it looks like all three of these points are going to come down to less than 1.5 seconds. Which again, it's just, it's very impressive. And yeah. Well, I reckon we should probably start making moves to get Bob in here. I reckon he's got a lot to say. Especially with such an impressive scoreline. Like, he's got to be really, really buzzing about that.
Hmm.
Okay, so. Let me see.
You guys, I need to hop off because my electricity is flickering right now because of the storm.
Fair
Oh.
enough.
Well,
So yeah.
Well, thank you for joining
Thanks
us,
so much for
Moni.
joining.
Thank you for the commentary.
No, thank you guys so much, and
Stay
GG's
safe.
to both of them for the race. It was amazing. So I'm gonna hop off, but stick around for the interview, and as well follow the channel, follow us on Twitter, follow us here if you don't want to miss the next races, which are gonna be just as epic. So yeah.
Thanks again so much, Moni, and I'm sure we will likely see you in these upcoming matches. Possibly,
course.
hopefully.
Yeah, of
That's
course. Okay, I'll see you. Bye.
Alright,
Bye.
take care. Thanks again. Okay, so joining us, we should have Bob, hopefully. I don't know if I need to actually call him or whether he
No,
can manually do it.
He should be here.
Oh, that sounds promising. Hello, hello. Oh, at least he's here. That's good.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Hello.
Yes,
Hi.
big congrats. I mean, what was that?
What was that? I don't know. Everything just seemed to work.
Wow, it
Yeah.
looks like these 3 points are going to come down to about 1.5 seconds in total. All three of those times from both of you were easily like the best average we've seen, like by quite a margin.
That was absolutely insane.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you have predicted such a scoreline?
Never. Not like this.
Yeah, I'll be honest, neither would I.
Like,
Just
I
comes down to
expected
a little.
I expected one of them to at least go Louis' way.
Yeah, I think I think everyone's surprised about that. Like it's Louis. He hadn't lost a race in this tournament until now, and you've just you've taken the sweep against him.
I mean, I went in, I worked on a little bit. I worked on DS1 the most, and I think I held the shell on all 3 races.
Yeah.
And so that's good. And overall, I just said, I'm going to focus on my races, do the best I can, and make Louis do better than me.
Yeah, I think your approach to these matches was incredible. It's just very hard to know what to say. Oh, we have an official retime for that third one. We have a 10:41.2 for yourself and 10:41.7 for Louis. So that's 1.4 seconds total. 1.4 seconds.
I'm sorry, but can you read those back one more time?
This is SRL timing. 10:41.2 versus 10:41.7.
That's just unbelievable, these deficits.
Yeah, the total difference between your between like those 3 runs is 1.4 seconds.
Holy cow. I'm still sitting here in shock.
Yeah.
Like, it would be reasonable for each race to be like 1.4 seconds, but in total, You just couldn't write it that way. And I mean, regardless of whoever comes back to the grand finals, you know you've got a challenge on your hands. But you do have that buffer of the 2 races. But as I mentioned earlier, Louis did do it against Seathorn last time, winning back to back. But back to back for best of 5, that could be a bit of a marathon. Could be interesting. Whether we'll split it up, I don't know. That's to be discussed, I guess.
Yeah, but knowing that I have to lose, 6 times now, my opponent 3, it feels good.
Yeah, that probably feels. Yeah, it probably feels quite nice. We're probably going to have like a big race to finish this off as well. So we'll probably just have to try and work that in somewhere. I'd mentioned earlier the way we've done 2 of the big races beforehand, and Louis won one of them and you won the other. Just another thing to point out for your consistency.
It's nothing but incredible. Thanks to everyone who came out. Looks like we had a decent-sized crowd here.
Yeah, I know.
Yep,
at least one point we had 69 viewers.
Nice.
Yeah, we peaked about 80, and yeah, that was going into the last match. So we consistently had a good crowd out supporting both the runners. That was really, really good. But yeah, you sure put on a show. And even though this looks like such a clean sweep, again, 1.4 seconds, that's nothing. It really is so little.
I don't think it could have been much closer than that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually, that's an interesting thing to point out. So previously we've talked about ball skip, like your ball skip being really optimal, the way you want to cut it really close. That might have actually saved you in the second race
I don't think it could have been
Darkroom.
much closer than that.
Because after Darkroom, it was tied to the frame probably.
Yeah, that Darkroom in race 2 though. Oof. But
Yeah.
I think I found a pretty good and consistent method for getting ball skip on or near the right frame every time, and it involves like dropping in when Bowser's in the middle of the screen and you go right after the ball appears. It seems to have worked for me throughout the tournament.
Yeah, I think you saved time against him every race there. Like it seemed to nudge it in your favor.
Mm.
So yeah, it definitely paid off. Also, those left side zips did seem to pay off as a sort of percentage play, I guess. It definitely made the difference in the second race where he missed the right side.
Mm.
So yeah, it was back and forth every time. I think Louis saved a bit of time against you each time in Ghost House. I think that was the other thing. But yeah, just incredible consistency, and thanks again.
Well, I'm just looking forward now to this next match and who I got face in the grand final.
Yeah.
If you like this match, this next one is going to be equally insane with Aaron.
Yeah, well, it's been interesting because Aaron, up to this point, well, actually, other than the last match, I believe, hadn't won a match without losing a race, even early on. And then Louis obviously had that record until he bumped into you. So yeah, that match is just as hard to call as this one. Your guess would be as good as mine. I have no idea, but it's going to be a big one, like I say. But yeah, thanks for having me. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks, Sten, for the early morning restream for you.
I'm awake somehow.
In Australia. So do enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks for the entertainment, guys.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for watching.
Bye, everybody.
Take care. We will see you in the grand finals. All right, folks. Let's have a quick look at the live.
Oh, I got it.
What's happening at the moment on Twitch land.